modern day slavery, right? So definitely, and I will just add my part. So I'm repeating this point that anything that threatens or that affects the livelihood of people is a threat to your enterprise, is a threat to your business. Is that right? Because businesses operate in communities, business operate in territories, and businesses support communities. Businesses contribute to GDP. All right, they're part of the business. They are part of the economy. All right. So anytime an organization is promoting or has some ties with modern day slavery, they are actually doing harm to themselves, sorry, economically. All right. So yeah. And just to go with the other point, it is a breach of your ethical code, right? It's a breach of international codes. And your organization will be in some cases blacklisted, right? So it's something, it's not good for supply chains. I'll say this too, in terms of quality as well. All right, it is not. We can argue that persons who are forced into labor aren't necessarily skilled persons, or they're not skilled or maybe trained for that job. All right, so it can also affect quality as well. You with me on that? So it's something that we ought to avoid. And let's look at some information here, provided by this United Nations agency. Forced labor. We're looking at this. Some 24.9 million persons are forced into labor. All right. 15.4 million people were living in a forced, marriage to which they had not consented. All right. That's another issue. All right. So going back to forced labor, within this 24.9 million victims, 16 million were in the private economy, working as domestic workers, and on construction sites, factories, farming, fishing, and so on, right? Um, yes, textile industry and so on. So this is something we ought to fight against, right? Modern day slavery. It is a sustainability issue, right? And our policies and the way we buy our technology, the technology that is available, we must use it, and we must enforce our policies, right, to ensure that we stay clear from modern day slavery. 1 2 1 2.